Hi, my name is Mickey Duran, and this segment is called Core Yoga, Level 3. So this sequence is designed to help you and encourage you to use more of your core during not just your practice, but also during your arm balances. All right, so we're gonna start right off the bat flowing. So let's come to stand. Feet together, Tadasana. So these are called Surya Namaskar A and B. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, fold, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Chaturanga. Take your upward dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Spread the fingers, push down into the floor. Try to send your thighs back. Come high in the balls of your feet. Look between your hands, bend your knees, hop forward. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, arms down by the side. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms out and up. As you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Spread the fingers, press down especially into the first finger and thumb. Try to get the hips back away from the ribs. High in the balls of your feet, bend the knees, look where you're going, hop forward, front of your mat. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up to stand. Exhale, arms down by the side. Last round, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Chaturanga. Take your back bend. Down dog. 3 breaths. Try to find as much length as you can through the arms, through the body, and through the legs. High on the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, hop forward, front of your mat. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Fierce mighty pose, otherwise known as chair pose. So the weight is in the heels, but your shins are forward. Reach your arms over your head. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, rise up to stand. Let's move through Surya Namaskar B 2 times, taking 1 breath for each pose. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Step your right foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 1. 1 breath. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot forward. Warrior 1. 1 breath. Exhale, Chaturanga. Take your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Let's take 5 breaths this round. Spread the fingers. Pay attention to how you're pressing into your hands. Make sure you're not rolling to the outer edges of your hands. First finger and thumb. Lengthen through the arms, through the body. Thighs pressing back. Softness in the skin, in your jaw. High on the balls of your feet. Look between your hands. Bend your knees. Hop forward. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Rise up to stand, arms down by the side. Last time, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest, bend the knees, Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Down dog, right foot steps forward, warrior 1, right away. Inhale up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, down dog, step foot forward, and warrior 1. And take it down. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Downward dog. Stay here. 5 breaths. So the heart rate is going. You want to start to slow down the breaths Slow down the heart rate. Smooth and calm. Let's move into external rotation. Step your right foot forward between the hands. Spin the back heel down, warrior two. Try to stack your right knee right on top of the ankle. Firm up your back leg. Take your left arm around the back for a half bind. Turn the right palm up and reverse your warrior. Try not to hang out in your lower back, so firm up your back thigh, lengthen through the torso. And then slowly come up. Take your hand to the inside of your right foot. Roll your shoulder heads back and look towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or getting deeper into the bind, take your right arm underneath the thigh, grab a hold of the hands, roll your shoulder heads back, and lift the sternum. Turn your gaze towards the ceiling. Good. Find as much length as you can by pressing down into the left leg and lengthening away from the hips. Start to straighten your right leg towards Trikonasana, keeping your bind. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Release the leg back into warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes forward. Turn your left toes back. Warrior two, second side. So again, you want to make sure your left knee never passes the ankle on this pose. Stacked right on top of. Left hip is underneath you. Right thigh presses back, and breathe. Warrior, strong. Take your right arm around the back. Take your left arm, palm facing up, and take your reverse warrior. Stay out of your lower back by firming up your back leg, finding more extension by lifting the sternum up. Take another deep breath in, and slowly come up. Take your left hand to the inside of the foot. Draw your left hip underneath you, roll your shoulder blades together, and take your gaze towards the ceiling. You can stay here or deepen your bind by taking your left arm around and underneath the thigh, grabbing a hold of the opposite hand. Take it into the full bind. Again, you want to find length by pushing the right leg back, lengthening the spine away from the hips, and broadening across your collarbones. Keep your bind, start to straighten and firm up your left leg, moving the legs into Trikonasana. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, release the hands, bend your left leg, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn your toes to face each other. And let's walk ourselves to the front of our mat. Utkatasana. Back into your fierce, mighty pose, chair pose. We're going to add a twist. So fold your hands together. Left elbow on the outside of the knee. Keep your hips still. Keep your knees together. Both feet flat on the floor. Lengthen and twist. To go deeper, left hand goes down, right arm lengthens up. Broaden across your collarbone, sit deeper into your chair. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, Utkatasana. Fold your hands in front of the heart. Other side, right elbow on the outside of the knee. So before you start deepening your twist, feet flat on the floor, knees together, hips don't move. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. You want to go deeper, right hand down. Extend the left arm up. Keep drawing your hips away from the ribs. Sit down deeper into your chair, inhale. And exhale, release. Separate your feet hip width apart. Take your peace fingers around the big toes. Weight forward into the balls of your feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, Padangusthasana. It's a forward fold. You want to firm the legs up and press the thighs back. Belly in, up and over the thighs. 3 more breaths. Find length through the neck. Shoulders away from the ears, elbows out. And then release. Let's come into a Yogi Squat. Bring your arms forward. Sit back onto your heels. Sit back onto your tush and come all the way down to the floor into Navasana, boat pose. So, I'd rather you bend your knees than round your back, all right? So, if you have to bend the knees in order to lift the chest, then do so. Otherwise, straighten the legs. We're gonna take it into some core exercises where I want you to breathe with the exercise. That way it stays yoga. Lower down into Ardha Navasana. Lift the right leg up. Place the palms together and reach the arms over towards the right side of your leg. Now your left leg isn't gonna move. Your right leg's gonna lower down and come right back up. Lower down and back up. So you're gonna feel this in your obliques. Lower down and up. Try to get the right shoulder further away from the floor. 2 more. 1 more. And switch. Right leg stays still. Left leg is reaching up. Take the arms over to the left. Now, try to get that left shoulder off the floor. Lower the left leg down and bring it back up. Lower down and 3 more. Try not to use your neck. Try to really squeeze in the abdominals and in the obliques. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time. And come into Ardha Navasana and rest. Good job. All right. This next exercise is to help you get into Bakasana. Bakasana is an arm balance. So we're gonna do the sequence on our back first so that we can feel what's supposed to happen in our core, and then we're gonna take it onto our hands where we're gonna use our arms as well, but I want you to really use your core. So let's find that first. Lie on your back, feet together, knees apart. Take your hands, clasp the fingers behind your head, and lift the chest. Try to get your inner thighs to wrap around the triceps. And breathe. Okay, so you're working your lower abs and your upper abs. All right, next part. Bring both knees together and over to the left. Extend the arms forward and try to get your outer right thigh up against the tricep. Try to get both arms to lengthen out, maybe even palms to touch. Try to get the right shoulder off the floor. Really squeeze the obliques. And back to Bakasana. Hands behind the head. Now you're going to take both knees over to the right. Extending the arms, try to get the outer left thigh to touch the tricep. Lengthen through the arms. Try to get your left shoulder off the floor. Maybe palms touch. And breathe. And then bring it back to the center. Bakasana. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, ready to move on? All right, ready to move on? Basically the same sequence, but we're gonna make it even more extreme. We're gonna start extending through the legs, okay? So, here we go. Feet together, knees apart, clasp the hands behind the head, and lift. So you've got your Bakasana, right? Bakasana prep on the floor. Knees together, taking it into the twist. Whoops, taking it into the twist. Extend the arms. Next part, extend the legs. Breathe. Extend through the arms, extend through the legs. Now, keep your right leg exactly the way it is. Start to send your left leg down the center of your mat. Look at the leg, make sure it's going towards the center of the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Back to Bakasana. Fun, right? Let's do the other side. Knees over to the right. Extend the arms. All right, breathe. Here we go. Extend through the legs. Keep lengthening through the arms. Try to get that left shoulder higher off the floor. Now, keep your left leg still. Start to reach your right leg towards the center of your mat. Keep it going, keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Back to Bakasana. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Reach your arms over your head. Reach your legs out. And let's stretch for a moment. That was a lot of hard work. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out of the nose. Bring your legs to your hips. Bring your knees to your chest. And rock yourself up. All right, we're gonna do this now on our feet and on our hands. So, let's set ourselves up. Feet together, starting with Bakasana. Utkatasana. Sit down onto your heels. Knees apart, feet flat on, hands flat on the floor. Now, you want to get your inner thighs to wrap around the triceps. Keep your feet together, engage your pelvic floor. Lean forward, grip the floor, start to bring your feet up towards your butt. Keep pressing down into the floor, work towards straightening the arms. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down and fold it forward. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows back, lead with your chest, and come up. All right, moving on. Adding in the twist. Come into your Bakasana. Twisting first, okay? So, fold your hands in front of the heart. Right elbow on the outside of the knee. So, the deeper you get into that twist, the easier the pose is gonna become. Right hand down, left arm up. Place the palms down on the floor. First stage, just come into your Bakasana. Feet off the floor, hips move up. Second stage, start to straighten the legs. Third stage, right leg goes behind you. 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back to center. How do we do? I'm sweating. Fold forward. Let's do the other side. Utkatasana. Fold your hands together in front of your heart. Left elbow on the outside of the knee. Make your twist. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Bring your hands down to the floor. Moving into stage 1. Feet together, knees together. Take your feet and hips up. Second stage, start to extend the legs out. Stage 3, take the leg behind you. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on out and fold forward. Shake it out. Step your feet apart, hands to your hips, elbows back, and come on up. All right, so let's take it to the front of the mat. We're gonna do a vinyasa, adding in Bakasana. All right, so start in Tadasana, soles of the feet pressing down into the floor, lift up through the sternum. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest. Place your palms down on the floor, come high in the balls of your feet, set it forward, your arm balance. So, don't wait till you fall on your face before you shoot your legs back into Chaturanga. Take a deep breath in, Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, down dog. Make your way forward into plank position. Let's take a 5 count chaturanga all the way down to the floor. Lower down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tops of your feet on the floor. Let's come into bound Shalambhasana. Clasp your hands behind the back, roll your shoulder heads back, and lift the chest. Lengthen your legs out through your toes and lift the thighs. Lift the chest. Try to keep the back of your neck long and continue to breathe. And do not hurt your lower back. Right? So find length and lift through the upper back. And release, rest. Dhanurasana. Bending your knees, grab a hold of the ankles. Try to keep your legs only hip-width apart. Roll your shoulders back. Send your shins behind you to the wall behind you. Lift the chest, lift the thighs, and balance on your belly. It's a little bit harder to breathe this way, but it is possible. So make sure you're breathing and lifting and enjoying the breeze in your face. Inhale. And exhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Bend your knees. Grab a hold of the ankles. Again, make sure that your legs are only hip-width apart. Maybe even this time, you can get the inner thighs to touch. Shoulders back, shins back, thighs up, and lift the torso. Continue to breathe. Work towards extending the legs. Work the legs a lot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and release. Go ahead and bend your knees and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Should feel real good. And then placing your hands next to your chest. Straighten the legs. Come into child's pose. Feet together, knees apart. Extend the arms forward and bring the palms down, forehead down. Lengthen and breathe through the back of your body. Start to slow down the nervous system. Done a lot of work. Take one more deep breath in through the nose, side out through the mouth, and slowly start to walk your hands back. Let's get into the outer hips before we lie down for Shavasana. Let's come into double pigeon. So if your hips are tight, you might just want to come into what's called Sukhasana or crisscross applesauce. Otherwise, in double pigeon, we stack the ankle and the shins on top of each other. All right? So again, if your hips are tight, you're going to feel it in your knees, and we don't want to hurt our knees. We don't want to have to take a trip to the hospital. So you'll do the first version. Walk your hands down and fold forward. Try to send the tailbone down towards the floor. Try to relax as much as you can through the neck and the shoulders and to breathe comfortably. Another way to help save your knees is to flex the feet. Maybe even press your hands into the feet. 3 more breaths, allowing the exhales to allow you to get deeper and deeper into the pose. And slowly walk your hands back. Extend the legs forward. And let's switch our sides. So again, modification, Sukhasana. Otherwise, double pigeon, stacking the ankle on top of the inner knee. Try to stack your shins and flex your feet. Try to keep both sit bones down and then slowly walk your hands forward. One side is usually tighter than the other. Most of us are tighter on our leg that drives, right? So be kind to that, right? Don't try to push anything to open. That's when most injuries happen. Relax and fold and breathe. Take 5 breaths. And again, allow the nervous system to relax and soften. Continue to breathe through the back body, softening in the neck. Let's take one more deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Slowly walk your hands back. Let's make our way into Shavasana. Roll down onto your backs. Turn your inner arms towards the ceiling, palms facing up. Relax in the face, the jaw, the shoulders, all the muscles and systems in the body. On your next inhale, let's reach the arms up over the head. Lengthen the legs. And get a nice stretch, just like as if you just woken up in the morning. And bring your knees into your chest. Roll over to your left side. And press yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me. So this was a segment based on core. We called it core yoga, and it is level 3. So if you felt some things were too challenging for you, come back and try again. All right? Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Mickey Duran.